Alright guys, this is Rastafari again. For this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make your own custom WeakAura strings. So, I'm not going to go too far in depth. I'm just going to show you kind of like the basics, and then from there, if you need any help making any WeakAura strings for you, if I'm online, just feel free to get a hold of me. Again, my monk's name is Mokgora, M-O-K-G-O-R-A. So, once again, make sure WeakAura is enabled, obviously. And it's downloaded again, obviously. Then you'll do /WA to open it up. And so you'll open up WeakAura, and if you have already imported the couple strings that I put on the website, you should have the Siege Orgrimmar ones and then Skull Banner and stuff like that. They shouldn't be, the Siege Orgrimmar should only load up when you're actually in Siege Orgrimmar, so don't worry if it doesn't come up automatically. Now, to start a new WeakAura, well, let's just do a basic one. We'll do an icon. So as you can see, okay, well, more basic, we'll just kind of go over what they are. So there's a couple of different ways you can make WeakAura strings. You can do a texture, which is, kind of like this thing, just like, you can make it so it looks like anything. You can choose, lots of different textures. Textures pretty much anything you want. And these are progress textures from before. Progress textures, as you can see, so it shows the progress, obviously. There's just normal textures, and so if you just want something to show up when something happens, you can just have a texture for it. Make a dynamic group. It's kind of what the Siege Orgrimmar one is, where it's a group that kind of, actually it's more like my Mistweaver bar in that it can change positions and stuff dynamically. That's a little bit more complicated, but we're just kind of going through all of them. Models, choose a model for anything really. You can, there's a lot of different things you can do, obviously, if you really want to. It's models. Groups, so if you put ones in groups, easy way to do that is you can just click this little arrow button. If it's just an aura that's just not in a group already, you can just click this button, then you just click a group, and it'll add it to whatever group you want it to. I would suggest not doing that for now. Just kind of leaving them as is, but you can do that, or you can just make a group. You can do text, which is like the Thok one is. Just, the one we'll be focusing on for now, though, is icon. So I'll show you the progress bar. It's exactly what it says. It's a progress bar. It shows you a countdown of something. You can make it for whatever you want. Or you can make it upwards, downwards. You can do whatever you want. I have it so a progress bar for my energy, but you can make it for literally anything you want. But we'll do icon. Kind of show you how easy it can be to make your own little WeakAura for basically anything you want to do. So for this, we'll just track. You can make it so it tracks buffs, debuffs. You can make it so it shows up. For boss mechanics, like I did for the Siege Orgrimmar ones, you can do it for a lot of stuff, but just, very general, very basic, just to show you guys. You don't have to be afraid of WeakAuras to start using it. You know what I mean? You can get right down into the nitty-gritty of things that you want to track that maybe you can't see very well with your own UI that you have going on, or whatever. You can do a lot of different things with it. So for this one, we'll just do well-fed. We'll call it well-fed, and we'll just have it track our well-fed buff. As you can see, there's nothing up. So when I make it, nothing should show up. So you can change all of its size. You can change it if it shows a cooldown of it when it's up. For right now, it's just got a blank icon because we haven't had it to track anything yet. But you can change its cooldown. You can make it so you can choose your own icon instead of having it automatically. I just like automatic unless I'm doing like something different. For the text, this is this little one right here. You can make it bigger, smaller. Like 18 is fine. The text you can change. So as you can see, there's a couple different ones. We have currently S for stacks. So just one stack of whatever we're tracking. You can change it though, so you can see you can change it to progress. If you hover over it, you can see it. So from %S to %P for progress, and it goes from a number to a timer. We can go from P progress to total, say the total time on whatever buff or cooldown, whatever you're tracking. Name, for right now it's going off the name that we gave it, so well fed. Icon, I'll do a picture-in-picture. Icon is mostly used for if you're doing a progress bar. If you're doing an icon, you don't really need an icon inside of an icon unless you're, exhibit. But there's stacks, which you already had, and then there's custom. If you do C, and you can do the custom function for whatever you want. We'll just keep it at stacks for now. Again, we have size. You can make it as wide, as big. Kind of keep it as is. You can move it wherever you want with your mouse. You can also resize it here with your mouse. You can change where the text is located for this text. Again, you can do left, right, top right, bottom left, bottom right, center, inside, outside. You can change the font. You can change the zoom. We don't have an icon yet, so the zoom won't really change on this, but you can change the zoom if you want. You can even make it so it a tooltip on the mouse over. That's the display. Now, the nitty-gritty thing, the thing that'll probably make you question your sanity the more you work with this add-on, is the triggers. Now, this is what the big deal is this trigger. Now, there's a couple different things you can do. You can do auras, you can do custom events, so you can do just custom whatever you want. You can do events, and events as in something you read in chat, or a combat log it'll read, or cooldown ready for an item or a spell. There's also status, so you can do like player health, player mana, chi power. There's a lot of different things you can do. Weapon enchants, whole different sorts of things. Alternate power, which is basically your, like if you're doing like Norishen or Shaw of Pride, it's your Pride or Corruption, the alternate power bar. You can even show it's tracked on your player or a specific unit. And you can type in, like, alternate power. You can do operators for it. You can do automatically hide or whatever you want. We're just going to keep it on aura. And aura basically means buff or debuff. So this is technically an aura because it's a buff. It's got no time limit on it, but it's still technically considered an aura. So for this, our aura name, and here is where it'll kind of, why it's a little bit of a bigger add-on. Just type in whatever you want to track, well fed. And now since we did in displays, automatic icon, it'll track, it'll find well fed, and it'll put a match up there. Now you can change, we used to be able to change the icon from the ones that I found, or you can make it to something else. Like if you have Berserking or Berserker Rage or something like that, you want to track like a couple things for the same icon, it's fine. Units, we'll just do player. Aura type, buff. Yeah, buff. Oh, only, I just like to click this because it just makes sense. So only my well-fed buff will be tracked. You can have it so it'll trigger when it's remaining time. You can do less than, greater than or equal to, is approximately. You can do a stat count for the same thing, greater than or equal to, or whatever. When it can't be found, so if you don't have a well-fed buff, it'll show up. I have that for like my lightning shield and water shield, and my weapon imbue on my shaman, but you can have it for basically anything like that. Load, if you or whatever you want it to show up. So it'll track your well-fed buff, but if you want it to actually show up on your screen, is when the load function comes into play. So you can have it so it only shows up in combat. You can have it so it only shows up not in combat, or you can just not click it so it doesn't matter when it'll show up. You can have it so it's only in pet battles, or it doesn't show up in pet battles at all, only if you're a certain name, only for a certain class, and you can pick, you can double click it, so you can go only certain class for a drop down menu, or you can click it again to have it for, you know, whatever class you want. If you want it to just be every class, just don't even click it at all. Talent specialization, again, just pick one, or you click it again and pick all four. Talent for just, you know, it starts left to right. So tier 1, talent 1 is celerity for me, the first one on your left. Tier 1, number 2, Tiger's Lust. Tier 1, number 3, momentum, and it just goes down like that. Player level, you know, whatever zone, you can make it so I type in Siege Orgrimmar for the Siege Orgrimmar ones, obviously, but just kind of showing you what all sorts of things you can track with it. So yeah, we like it. We'll close it. As you can see, there's nothing going on. But let's just eat our food. And as soon as it comes up on here, it should pop up right here. There we go. And again, you know, it's just a weird one to track because it's just well fed, you know, but just showing that you can literally do anything with it. You can track anything you want to. Nothing is holding you back. If you need any help with making any more weak auras, just let me know when I'm online, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Alright, thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.